Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe. So, students, as always, today we have our discussion class after all four parts of this block. Block number 11, visualizing story details. What is this? Visualizing story details. Okay, so first, you know very well from this block you are not going to have your PDF from your worksheet, content book and all. Okay, so this video will help you to discuss all your hot questions that is given in your workbook and content book as well. Okay, so all are ready, and after that if you have any problem in any question, please send me in comment section. I'll try to solve it as soon as possible. Okay, everyone understand? Okay, so let's begin our class. So I'm going to start with question of the days. Okay, so it was our first question. Who is the main character in the story The Tale of Peter Rabbit? Who was the first main character? Yes, of course, Peter Rabbit. Yes, it is done. And what is the correct word for dreadfully? What is the correct word for dreadfully? I gave you some more options there. So the correct word, it is terribly. What is this? It is terribly. Great. And what do you mean by order words? You have learned about order words like a first, then, after that, finally. So this shows sequence. This shows sequence of any event, of any story, of anything. It shows the sequence. Yes, I got you all. Most of the students have a correct answers of that. And what is the other word for scarecrow? For the word is scarecrow. So what is the means? Do you see many times in खेतों में आपने कई बार देखा है जो कुछ लकड़ी के हैंड्स क्रिएट करके उसमें हम कुछ कपड़े टाइप पहना देते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड स्क्रैक्रो एंड इट इज़ एन ऑब्जेक्ट in the shape of a person. In the shape of a person. Okay, so now I'm going to start your S1 from S1. So you have already completed your all four parts. First was elements of a fiction story. Elements of a fiction story. One, match the element of a story to the details to the tale of Peter Rabbit was done. And second, you have to write use the element of the story with this and above to write summary. And the third one was given one difference between fiction and non-fiction. In the first day of this block, I have already explained you about the fiction and non-fiction story. So let me explain once again. Fiction stories have characters, actions, setting and problems. Got it? That are not real. That are not real. And non-fiction stories have a real character, action, setting and problems. So this is the difference between fiction and non-fiction. And then in your S2 it is give an example from the story The Tale of Peter Rabbit for the following sentences. Okay, you have to give one example for all these words. Scene, sorry, here will be SEE and scene means see, third form of see, saw, seen. Smelled, smelled, felt, heard and tested. So it is not important that every word will be there in the story. So some of there, let me read first. Peter Rabbit saw Mr. McGregor when he was going to eat his cucumber from his garden. So you can see your saw word and smell. You can also create your own sentence also. It would be not wrong. And felt Peter Rabbit was scared when Mr. McGregor came waving the shovel after him. Okay. heard Mr. McGregor heard Peter saying Achoo and then ran after him. So, in the same way, you have to find all these sentences from the story and write it down in your worksheet. And the order words, in the order words, you have to write one paragraph. Before 1 year, you are not having your classes. So, but before that, remember your school days, you feel happy बिकॉज काफ़ी दिन हो गए आपने स्कूल नहीं गए हैं तो आपको उसके लिए उसको याद करना पड़ेगा तो आपको खुद ही अच्छा लगेगा. So just write a paragraph about what you did in a story in school today. Just imagine today you have your school yesterday and write about your yesterday's class. Use order words also. So I can show you something. Not I'm going to show. We can discuss. Like this you can write. First, I entered the classroom and asked Mansi to copy notes for her classwork. Then after my English class, we had a maths quiz. After that, I learned a science experiment. Then my classmate and I went out in the playground to play during this experiment. Then my classmate and went out the playground to play during the short break. Sorry. Next, we played cricket in the physical education period. Suddenly, I realized that I forgot to study for my history test. So I quickly had lunch and sat down to study. Next, I wrote my history test. After that, I was in the library for the last two periods doing research on the topic animal habitats. Later, the librarian asked us to go back to the class and pack our bags. Finally, the bell rang and I ran out to the classroom to get onto the school bus. Everyone remember? Yes, it was a great time. So you can just imagine and be happy. And now this is the most important part of your every block. Students, have you seen checklist in your after 3 blocks in S4 you will have your checklist. So most of the students did wrong about the checklist. Who tick yes, some no. So what do you mean by this checklist? सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इट इज गिवन यूज द ऑर्डर वर्ड टू राइट अ समरी टू द स्टोरी. ठीक है, आपको एक ऑर्डर वर्ड्स की हेल्प से एक स्टोरी की समरी क्रिएट करनी है. गॉट इट. देन ऑल्सो इंक्लूड डिटेल्स अबाउट वॉट पीटर रैबिट सॉ, फेल्ट, heard, smelled and tasted. Okay, so have you done everyone? ओके, सो नाउ चेक योर राइटिंग यूजिंग द चेकलिस्ट बिलो. ये आपको सेंटेंसेस दिए गए हैं. इफ यू हैव डन दिस इन योर राइटिंग देन यू मेक इट येस, अदरवाइज टिक नो. गॉट इट. सो माई समरी हैज़ यूज टाइम ऑर्डर वर्ड्स. अगर आपने अपनी समरी में टाइम ऑर्डर वर्ड्स रिमेंबर, first, then, later, after that, this. If you have used them there in your summary, just make it yes, tick it yes, otherwise no. And the second point, my summary includes details about the senses. If in your summary you have included the details about the senses, just make it yes, otherwise no. Got it everyone? These two examples are enough. Okay, let me give you one more. My summary includes the introduction, characters, setting, rising action, climax and conclusion. If these all things are there in your summary, just make a tick. If you have left any one of them, you can make a no. Okay. If you are not going to add tick no, just underline that word, that character is missing in your summary. Setting is missing in your summary, like that. Okay. My summary used both simple and compound sentences. Make a tick yes. All the sentences begin with capital letter and end with the full stops, like this. So everyone got the idea about the checklist? Then please in the next classes don't make it wrong thing. Okay, I'm checking your worksheets. I'm not satisfied with your checklist. Okay, so please do your best for the next classes, and please check your everything, revise your whole blog, because on Wednesday, you will get your Wednesday, 28th July 2021, you will have your block assessment of block number 11, visualizing story details, 5 to 8 p.m. evening. Okay, so be prepared, revise, learn everything, study well. So, thank you. Have a great day.